on this smooth ride.
Let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebona EFM. Keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Get your morning inspired. Be informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive.
Make it a date with Divine and Martin Efan Shuku, aka Lady D and Meta, from Monday to Fridays from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on the morning drive. 103.5 Ekweremadu DSN.
ụtụtụ oyi taa mara gị mma, ekele m gị ka ihe na-emere gị ihe na-asị ya dịrị gị mma. Anyị ga-anabata gị onye n'ọdụ mmasị ozi na dị n'ụbọchị tata anyị abụọ Fraịde, onye ụbọchị 16 n'ọnwa Disemba 2022. O jirila naanị otu nkeji gafere elekere asaa n'oge newspaperreview. Anyị ga-aga zie ozi anyị na-achịta azụ anyị aga n'ihu gụpụtara gị ihe dị n'isi ngụkọ akụkọ anyị ga-ebata
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that your complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the query broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
Actually, we make from where as it is.
ọ ka bụkwa n'ụlọọrụ mgbasa ozi ebe ọ na-adị 103.5 FM nke isi na-esonyere anyị n'oge newspaper headlines. Anyị ji akwụkwọ akụkọ Guardian, Times, Leadership, This Day, Vanguard, Sun yana Tribune wee bata n'ụtụtụ anụwa. Biko sonyere anyị na Facebook page anyị @Ekweremadu 103.5 FM maọbụ na WhatsApp na 08096661035. Ị ga-enweta anyị online ma ọ bụ na streamụ mixlr.com/gistfm. Aha m bụ Divine.
And I'm Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper. EFCC behind London court travail. Ekweremadu tells judge why poverty grows in Nigeria by Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria. Lagos State University Teaching Hospital Chief Medical Director urges federal government to deregulate funding of public varsities. Banks ration new notes as circulation trickles. Biden invites African Union to join G20, plans visit to Africa in 2023. Rivers Nigerian Medical Association threatens to shut down hospitals over kidnap of colleague. Appeal court sets aside judgment sacking all APC candidates in Rivers. Ogun police arrest 49-year-old man for bathing with blood. Lagos State Traffic Management Agency arrests fake traffic officer, launches manhunt for others. Pandemonium as train crushes woman in Kubwa. Imo government approves 474 billion naira 2023 budget. Abiodun urges ballets to register with government or risk being declared illegitimate. Abiodun urges ballets to register with government or risk being declared illegitimate. Atiku promises to reconstruct roads, check erosion, dredge River Niger. Over 300 Nigerians stranded in India to arrive Abuja today, says National Emergency Management Agency. Court affirms Musa Adebamuwo as head of Ewada ruling house. Christmas, preach love, seek divine guidance on leadership, Nigerians told. Council inducts 70 medical laboratory scientists at Ibadan University. Olabisi Onabanjo University done 6 decentralization of Supreme Court, scrap of Court of Appeal. Olabisi Onabanjo University done 6 decentralization of Supreme Court, scrap of Court of Appeal. West African Boxing Union title fight headlines the Lads Boxing Championship. Legislative representation. Human Rights Writers Association, Lords Kalo, challenges Okorocha Ibezim on achievements. DSS not operating illegal detention camps. Agency clarifies. Ugwuanyi presents 166.622 billion naira 2023 budget to State Assembly. School alumni promises to partner Lagos government to improve education. How fleeing Adodoyin son, Rohim, dumped Adegoke's remainings, belongings by witness. Christmas stage play, Roaring Lion, premieres December 26. Edo Security Network extorts group for donating equipment to improve community policing. Ibobi College Old Boys Association leaves less privilege. Kogi government disputes EFCC allegation of 10 billion naira fraud. Hamatan, National Emergency Management Agency chief calls for action against fire outbreaks to prevent fatalities, financial losses. Court remands Yahaya Bello's nephew in prison over alleged 10 billion naira fraud. Nigerian judge sentences a man to death over blasphemy. Developers lament alleged illegal demolition of multi-billion naira property in Abuja, seek justice. APC Presidential Campaign Council renounced solicitation of 18 naira from Nigerians for Tinubu Empowerment Fund. Group protests seek National Assembly support for central bank's cashless policy. Court strikes out Shaban's appeal against APC candidate Obasani. Lagos allays fears of landowners over compensation for Fourth Mainland Bridge construction. Fuel scarcity. Don't embark on strike. Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria appeals to members. National Assembly applauded on moves to establish Research Institute for Chemical Technology. We don't operate illegal detention camps, DSS clarifies. Immigration launches fast-track service for Nigerians in diaspora. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps sets up anti-corruption unit ahead 2023 general election. Police Service Commission promotes 745 senior police officers. Oil theft. Group OK partnership with NMPC, Tompolo against saboteurs. Over 300 stranded Nigerians in India to land Abuja Airport today. National Emergency Management Agency. National Bureau of Statistics begins dissemination of MPI report in 2023, says Statistician General. National Bureau of Statistics begins dissemination of MPI report in 2023, says Statistician General. 80 billion naira unresolved unstructured supplementary service data debts weaken digital channels as new naira notes arrived. And that's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning.
Now, leadership. 2 years after vaccines rolled out, researchers call for better option. 2 years after vaccines roll out, so researchers call for better option. President Muhammadu Buhari approves remodeling of Presidential Villa Wildlife Sanctuary. Amidst chaos, 13-year-old boy vows to rebuild broken bridge of hope. Cash withdrawal limit matters arising. As Nigerians decide in 70 days, next president must tackle fuel subsidy, exchange rate crisis, El Rufai. Biden hails President Muhammadu Buhari for not seeking third term. Blasphemy. I will die a man of honor. Sheikh Kabara. CSOs back Emefiele as court declines to stop withdrawal policy. EFCC responsible for my travails in London court. Ekweremadu. Police won't allow attack on INEC facilities again. IGP. Kogi governor's nephew arraigned over alleged 10 billion naira fraud. 2023. I am not championing sectional interests, says P2B. Buhari approves remodeling, upgrading of Aso Rock Wildlife Sanctuary. 2023. Atiku campaigns in Anambra, vows to address erosion, dredge River Niger. FCT, APCA senatorial candidate slams PDP over poor representation. Attacks on INEC facilities will no longer be allowed. IGP Baba. Osun debt profile stands at 407.32 billion naira. Governor Adeleke. Nansen Lords Matawale over payment of bursary to Zamfara students in Europe. Court declines request to stop CBN cash withdrawal limit policy. New currency. Alleged 7.1 billion naira fraud. EFCC still pursuing case against Ojikalo Bawa. Petroleum gas consumers form association to protect Nigerians' rights. Train crushes woman to death in Abuja. You are a model for democracy. Biden tells Buhari. EFCC recovers 30 billion naira from suspended AGF Idris. Kano cleric Abdul Jabbar Nasiru Kabara to die by hanging. Qatar 2022. Benzema set to rejoin France squad ahead of final clash with Argentina. Abia commercial cyclist back Onyejocha's re-election. Appeal court upturns judgment banning Rivers APC candidates from 2023 polls. 2023. Female candidates to work with media to enhance campaigns. Rivers attack on Atiku's campaigners' residence, likely staged managed. CP.
And now we move over to the Punch newspaper. Second Niger bridge ease traffic. Motorists excited. Inflation pushes 5 million into poverty. Wage value down 35%. EFCC remitted 136 billion naira crime proceeds, says Bawa. EFCC arraigns Kogi officials. Government fumes. Vote buying. Kiyamo welcomes court dismissal of ex-minister suit. PDP, APC clash as Biden hails Buhari. Banks run out of new naira note, demands SWAS. Banks run out of new naira, demands SWAS. Obafemi Awolowo University students. Trial resumes Friday. Vote to defend Nigeria's future. Carrington tells youths. 407 billion naira debt. Adeleke vows probe. Oyetola aides slams governor. 407 billion naira debt. Adeleke vows probe. Oyetola's aide slams governor. Court reinstates Rivers APC governorship candidate. Campaign team excited. Tearful relatives, friends send Samuel Osu home. Lagos stakeholders support for 2023 census. Learn vocational skills. Commissioner advises unemployed youths. Lagos government. National Primary Health Care Development Agency begin polio vaccination Saturday. Lagos government. National Primary Health Care Development Agency begin polio vaccination Saturday. Sereki's death shocking. Buhari, Tinubu, Sanwo-Olu lament. EFCC protests as Ekweremadu blames commission for detention. Coups. Terrorism may derail Africa's agenda, Buhari warns. Lagos school holds reading marathon, raises fund. Diaspora Nigerians to renew passports on arrival. Pensioners sue union over 200 million naira withheld funds. Others. Ex-Boronu speaker's son. Others die in auto crash. Vote for Nigeria's future. Carrington advises youths. Federal government ranks Nasarawa best in COVID-19 vaccination campaign. Labour Party inaugurates committee to reconcile aggrieved members. EFCC distances self from Ekweremadu's travails. How to apply for UK teaching job. Yoletide. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps deploys 4,000 personnel to Abuja churches. Others. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Reps demands hospital relocation from Buhari's hometown. Man arrested for bathing with blood in Ogun River. 7.1 billion naira fraud. We are still after Ojikalo, EFCC. EFCC remitted 136 billion naira in 7 months. Bawa. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Form inclusive government, PDP group urges Adeleke. Vatican apologizes for Pope's cruelest comments on Russian troops. Appeal court sets aside judgment nullifying Rivers APC candidate. Tinubu mourns late Nigerian's envoy to Spain, Sereki. Atiku campaigns in Anambra promises to unify Nigeria. Oyetola took 18 billion naira loan after losing election. Adeleke. 407.32 billion naira debt. Adeleke vows to probe Oyetola. Blasphemy. Court sentences Kanu cleric to death. Fashola inspects second Niger bridge. Companies, individuals owe federal government 5.2 trillion naira. Minister. Court declines suit to stop Central Bank of Nigeria's cashless limit. Atiku extols Sereki, says let envoy serve Nigeria meritoriously. Abuja train crash victim dies. Police launch investigation. Federal government begins terrorist attack victims verification in Plateau. Federal government begins terrorist attack victims verification in Plateau. Out of school children in Adamawa reduced to 50,000. Fintry. Alleged organ harvest. EFCC behind my travails. Ekweremadu. Yoletide pushes inflation to 21.47%. We have recovered over 30 billion naira from suspended Accountant General, EFCC. MFR to appear before reps soon, Central Bank of Nigeria. Flood affected 4.4 million Nigerians, United Nations. EFCC secures 3,615 convictions in 6 years. Borno Police presents 26 million naira to deceased officers' families. Court to rule on Ekweremadu's seized property, January 25th. Rivers has benefited immensely from Buhari's government, Fashola. Oil will become cost to communities if Gombe governor. Sit at home. Nigerians sign petition for Simon Ekpa's arrest. Inspector General of Police meets Commissioner of Police. Orders over election security. Afrexim Bank, Exim Bank signed $500 million deal to revive African Airlines. Sereki, facts about late Nigerian's envoy to Spain. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Nigeria lost 16.25 trillion naira crude in 12 years. Nigerian Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. Adeleke vows to rid Osun Parks of violence. Punch reporter backs most resilient journalist award. Abiodun signs social investment order into law. Afenifere Group wants arm for Amotekun, backs Tinubu. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning.
Now this day, Abure and burden of leading Labour Party, the Ajah Road challenge to Sanwo-Olu, Buhari, terrorism, unconstitutional change of government, climate change, threatening attainment. 2023, Omo Agege vows to address developmental needs of Ishikiri, Riverine. Court to decide vacation order on temporary forfeiture of Ekwelemadu's properties January 25. Sharia court sentences Kano Islamic scholar to death for blasphemy. CSOs back Emefiele's reforms, hit back at critics. Sharia court sentences scholar to death for blasphemy. Rivers, jubilation as appeal court sets aside nullification. Buhari, Atiku, Gbajabiamila, Sanwo-Olu, others mourn. Adeleke raises the alarm, says Osun owes 407.32 billion naira debt. Afenifere to legislature. Stop blame game. Pass constitution. Oil producing status excites Enugu governor. Abdul Salami urges Nigerians to promote peace. Inflation rises to 21.47%. Court refuses motion seeking to stop CBN's cash withdrawal policy. Bayelsa orders Fiscal Planning Agency to enforce. PDP campaign to Tinubu. Nigerian media not part. 2023. NSCDC inaugurates anti-corruption unit to monitor. Biden hails Buhari for promoting democracy in Africa. I will not support violence in next year's election, says Abe. Christians urged to join political parties. Reverse acting CAN appointment group 2023. NUJ trains members on election reporting in Nasarawa. Inowa's defection to PDP won't affect APC's chances, says Masari. NNPC board chairman. Buhari replies Ararume. Bauchi seeks assembly's confirmation. Lawmakers step down diaspora trust fund. Same-sex bills. Bauer, EFCC has recovered over 30 billion naira from suspended AGF. 2.4 billion naira a Loring flyover project. 2.4 billion naira a Loring flyover project will be ready for use in January. Epileptic power supply. Lawmakers urge federal government to seek. Police debunk report of old naira notes stashed. Unlawful killing. Kudirat Abiola's children sue federal government. No glass set to eradicate financial illiteracy. 2023, Abiodun charges residents on timely collection. Ondo releases 800 million naira from ticket sales to motorcyclists. OT, creating wealth for all better than political. Uzodimma moves to end open defecation in Imo. Kano to incorporate Emirates in sectoral development. Nigeria's envoy to Spain, Demola Seriki, is dead. NEF, people being made to give up PVCs for 2,000 naira. Whistleblowing policy has lost steam, federal government declares. Bureau of Public Service Reforms rates NPA. Federal government launches Alliance for Innovative Research. Stakeholders urge Nigeria's next president to declare state of emergency. Minister threatens tax evaders as FCT annual sanitization bill. Senate confirms reappointment of 2 CBN. Eichmann, 350 tankers loading petrol directly from NNPC. NDPHC plans additional 100,000 home units of renewable energy. It's according to this day.
And now we move over to the Nation newspaper. Gbajabiamila's excellent performance at Chatham House. Jonathan to share book presentation. Let's promote African culture. New Naira and Naira abusers. Rivers Court voids sack of coal. Others as Rivers APC candidates. Buhari okays remodeling upgrade of wildlife sanctuary. COVID-19. 54 million Nigerians fully vaccinated, says federal government. Abuja Kaduna train kills woman in Federal Capital Territory. Police discover IPOB's bomb factory in Ebonyi. EFCC puts politicians under watch. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Rising food prices push inflation to 21.47%. EFCC recovers 30 billion naira from Accountant General Idris. Marketers behind petrol scarcity, high pump price, says Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria. EFCC behind my ordeal, Ekweremadu alleges. Kogi charged EFCC over media trial. Minister, 5,000 firms, persons owed federal government 5.2 trillion naira. Largest UK nurses strike in NHS history begins. Biden, Buhari, Nigeria, a model for democracy. How Buhari boosted Niger Delta with 1,874 kilometer roads, 44 power projects by minister. Olani Beku for town hall. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper. Election sensitization for communities. Awabi stresses right education for youths. Why NMPP will win next year by Kwankwaso. 2023 census crucial to development. Body to enforce code on political adverse. FEM inaugurates office in Lagos. FEM unveils campaign for festive season. JAMB remitted 50 billion naira to federal government in 6 years, says registrar. We should produce next Niger Delta Development Commission boss, says Ondo. And lastly, court sends Kogi governor's nephew to prison over alleged 10.3 billion naira fraud.
Now, Vanguard, Adeleke Oyetola clash over Osun debt profile. Kwankwaso Obi Tinubu promising Nigerians everything. NASD launches new digital asset certification for professionals. APC's victory in 2023, a precursor to regain state chairman. Group partner government for nursing homes urges care for the elderly. 3,167 inmates on death row. NCOS. Tanker explosion destroys shops, houses in Ibadan. Red line rail. Lagos Assembly inspects ongoing projects. Africa to meet 60% vaccine need by 2040. US announces $2.5 billion in food assistance to Africa. 2023. Acting DG warns NYSC members. NBA All-Star Game fan voting. NBA All-Star against Tuesday. Police arrest Bongo. IPOB ESN commander recover stolen vehicles. IED in Ebonyi. Education minister blames lingering insecurity on neglect of growing children. Trump continues push for White House return with $99 NFTs of himself. I am Igbo road to presidency. Atiku, two sons of Borno ex-commissioner, others die in auto crash. Why federal government will begin implementation of PMS in civil service. Yeni Eshan. Port concession increased efficiency saved Nigeria over $1.6 billion. Terminal operators. EAP, Isoko youth alleged marginalization call for Ndiomo's resignation. Osun debt. Publish loan details, procurement date. Omipidan challenges Adeleke. Ember month. FRSC deploys 1,870 personnel in Ogun. Religious group decries attacks on Catholic Bishop of Makurdi. We are not behind Ekweremadu's travails. EFCC. UK nurses begin strike over pay rise. E-passport. Immigration launches fast-track service for Nigerians in diaspora. Ekweremadu's son blames EFCC over bail denial in UK. Alleged money laundering. Kogi government official associates remanded in prison. Plan to churches. stop unhealthy competitions. We won't give Africa loans. Biden, Nigerian tech company, Clasher introduces menstrual leave. Nigeria tech company Clasher introduces menstrual leave. Nigeria making progress in fight against corruption. UNODC. DSS says no money for food, no drugs for 9 days. Nnamdi Kanu.
And now we move over to the Premium Times. 2023, I'm stepping stone to Igbo presidency, Atiku. 73-year-old Gumel wins 5th term as Nigeria Olympic Committee president. Reps asks federal government to relocate Federal Medical Center from Buhari's hometown. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on the Premium Times. Do stay with us.
Christmas is here again, and one of the EFCC is ready to thrill your children with the best of Christmas funfair. Ekweremadu Christmas Funfair 2022 promises to be exciting, thrilling, educating, and entertaining. There will be bouncing castle for children to play, and have fun. Santa Claus will be there to give the children gift items, and Papa Lolo alongside Mickey Mouse, DJ June, and of course the host Shaka Zulu of Ekweremadu FM will all be there to entertain the children this season. Date Sunday, 18th December 2022. Venue New Film Residency Hotel, Kilometer 13, Oka Onisha Old Road, Ogidi. Time 12 noon. Gate fee 200 naira flat. Ekweremadu FM Christmas Funfair, an experience the children will never forget.
Are you looking for a hotel where you will relax? Their rooms and suites, they're very, very sharp. And they can get there close to all without cost. One minute, calm or down. In Nicomas Residency Hotels, you'll see let me surprise you. They can even host your weddings, birthday parties, end of year parties, class reunion, anniversaries, and any type of event in Mamakawa. Because they have a hall and 3,000 capacity outdoor space where you can have your wedding receptions and any type of event each of the energy. And my brother, the security there is top notch, and you will even get a very, very good discount package. For the rush now at kilometer 13 Old Enibu Onitsha Road, Okidi. And you can also call them on 081 40 933 512 for all types of events. Residency hotels, you'll feel is the place. As the corner of my brother.
The 7th edition of Adore in the Beauty Pageant is here. Adore in the Beauty Pageant 2022/2023 team Washington 2022. Winning prize 500,000 naira. Host MC Hamatan and Chaka Zulu. Date 30th December 2022. Time 2:00 p.m. Venue Residency Hotel will be Ogidi. For more information, please call 08063290766 or 081-4872-7125 at Adore in the Beauty Pageant on Facebook and Instagram. Sponsored by Residency Hotel, Pinchuka Limited, Castro International, and powered by Ekweremadu, the 103.5 FM.
Igbo na-ekwu na-asị na-ama mma site n'ụlọ wee pụba n'iro. N'eziokwu, ezinụlọ bụ mgbọrọgwụ ji ihe ọbụla a na-eme n'obodo dị iche iche. Ọ bụrụ na ezinụlọ adịghị mma, obodo agaghị adị mma. Mana ezinụlọ dị mma, ihe gara agara anyị siriri werere n'obodo anyị dị iche iche. N'ọganihu ezinụlọ bụ nke gara abịara gị kwa Wednesday na Friday ọbụla ma ọ kụọ 1 p.m. Ị ga-amụta ọtụtụ ihe bụ nke ga-enyere gị aka ka ezinụlọ n'obodo anyị na-aga n'iru nke ọma. Chee aka ghọrọ Lady D ma ọ kụọ 1 n'etiti ehihie kwa Wednesday na Friday ọbụla. Na-agamniru ezinụlọ, ọganiru ezinụlọ bụ ọganiru obodo anyị.
Yes, remember that you're still tuned to Ebona at the 103.5 FM, and this is Newspaper Headlines. Remember that you can send your reactions via WhatsApp only this morning on the same number 08096661035. You can as well stream online via mixlr.com/gistfm. We're also live on Facebook. You can as well send your comments on Facebook as well at Ebona at the 103.5 FM. We are on to the premium times. Reps ask federal government to relocate Federal Medical Center from Buhari's hometown. Big Brother Titans. Organizers announce start date. $100,000 star prize. EFCC arraigns governor's nephew for 10 billion naira fraud. NMPC appointment. Buhari opposes Aralume's 100 billion naira suit. EFCC secures 3,615 convictions in 2022. Bawa. Ekweremadu's son blames EFCC for father's travails in London. Cash withdrawal policy. Reps postpones MFL's appearance to Tuesday. Cash withdrawal policy. Reps postpones MFL's appearance to Tuesday. Adodoyin's son ordered us to dump corpse of Obafemi Awolowo University students in bush. Witness. We have recovered over 30 billion naira from suspended Accountant General Ahmed Idris, EFCC share. Sanwo-Olu, Lagos APC Group mourns Demola Seriki. 2023, you want to episode debate. Tinubu campaign, replies Obaigbena. Nigeria Consumer Agency investigating generator dealer Mikano. Others. Present Tinubu for town hall meetings, debates. Obaigbena challenges Alake on Anuga. Demola Seriki, Nigeria's ambassador to Spain, is dead. Federal Executive Whistleblowers Bills 2022. And that's the much we can take from the Premium Times this morning.
Now, some newspaper, Imo said accused 474 billion naira appropriation for 2023 fiscal year. 2023. EFCC vetting petition against top politicians. Bawa. EFCC frustrated my bail application in London. Ekweremadu, Ukwanyi presents 166.603 billion naira estimate to Assembly. Protesters round MASS pass lawmakers to back CBN cashless policy. Kuka calls for unity in diversity. Uzodinma, I stand for a better judiciary. Atiku, Okowa will take Nigeria to greater heights. Desopedak boss Ogie. Padek boss Ogie. Abuja judge, after my life, skincare expert cries out. Checking rising violence in our land, Bishop Obinna tells Igbo people. Checking rising violence in our land, Bishop Obinna tells Igbo people. Alleged money laundering, EFCC desperate to tarnish our image. Kogi government, 30 billion naira recovered from ex-AGF, EFCC. Attack on INEC offices plot to disenfranchise obese voters. IPOB alleges, stand firm against election intimidation. Northern Khan tells religious leaders, vote for me if you really want to rule Nigeria. Atiku tells Igbo. Nigeria decides 2023. Labour Party battling internal crisis at twilight of elections. Nigeria decides 2023. Day Nigerians suspended religious differences in Kano to pursue peace. Decides 2023. Artisans, business owners in Nasarawa dissect APC, PDP manifestos. Attack on INEC facilities. Enough is enough. IGP warns. Labour Party inaugurates 11-man peace committee to arrest internal crisis. Anambra South. Labour Party's candidate Obinna Uzo promises quality representation in Senate. Vote for me if you really want to rule Nigeria, Atiku tells Igbo. Appeal court upturns judgment sacking Rivers APC candidate. Jigawa, PDP governorship candidate to focus on job creation, SMEs. Kaduna NPP, I wasn't sacked, I resigned. Ben Hure, road to 2023. Biden hails Buhari's efforts to deepen democracy. Na Tribune, federal government targets 34 million empty rice production by 2030. Launches Rice Development Strategy 2. Guide plant production, preservation against detoxification done once. NAGGW adopt promote Tier 3 planting system to check drought. Women in mining seek dedicated funds for expansion. Oyebanji wants APC members over negative comments against appointees. Kwara presents minibuses, motorcycles to National Union of Road Transport Workers members. Oloyede identified lack of uniform academic calendar, others as challenges confronting JAMB. Filling stations, shops, residential burnt as fuel tankers skids off road, catches fire. Nigeria 3,167 inmates on death row, 52,178 awaiting trial, NCOS. Surveyors urged to diversify into other professions, investment. 14 gubernatorial candidates, others sign peace agreement in Kaduna. Odua Cooperative Conglomerate honors Awolowo, others with leadership award. Expired passports. Immigration launches fast-track service for Nigerians in diaspora. Umahi orders arrest of cook over bad food served during Christmas party for widows, elders. Anyị ga-akọpụtara gị ozi ezitere anyị na Facebook. Na Facebook page, eji m akwụkwọ si n'aka Dr. Mrs. Mma Olebara. Insecurity is man's worst enemy. Government has failed its responsibility of protecting lives and property. Nigeria as a product is making unimpressive sales and must be improved, repackaged, and rebrand ourselves out the immediate and remote causes and profile a lasting solution to address yearnings of the citizenry. Attacks on INEC facility will no longer be allowed, says IGP. That's a good one. In this regard, special forces should be the opening of second Niger Bridge. I am therefore calling on the users to apply caution and avoid overspeeding. Dalorin Francis from Amagunse. Chinedu won to death under Sharia law is barbaric and evil. And this country. Odima also implied which calls for change of status quo come 2023. Dalorin also Francis from Amagunse. Eji m akwụkwọ si n'aka Edozie Ezebinugwu from Obunike na WhatsApp anyị. It is even laughable when I hear APC supporters boast and campaign with the completion of the second Niger Bridge. For the records, this is the 52nd year of the civil of major federal government infrastructure nor presence in the southeast. Visually, all the geopolitical zones have at least one route of railway, no single one in the southeast. A region that has two major markets in West Africa. Asked Buhari today why it took them so long to complete the second Niger Bridge. We should be talking about nature goods at our doorsteps, which will even decongest the truck traffic gridlock in Lagos. Our Mumu done too much. Dalu Edozie Ezebinugwu onye Obunike. Ejikwa m akwụkwọ si n'aka Lasco Oposo. I went to collect my PVC at Nkeji and I was informed that it will be ready in January. What is the work of INEC over this PVC? Atiku Abubakar promised to dredge River Niger. Please let Mr. Atiku go home with his empty promises. It is not the first time I heard such promise. 2015, Mr. President promised to clear Boko Haram, bandits, herders, and others. Now Nigerians are still crying over insecurity. Please, Mr. Atiku, go back to your state. We are tired of empty promises. Mr. Fashola, kindly go back to your state and spend your money. We Anambarians don't need your help. We have physical, okay, wee mmanụ onye ọ bụ anyị afụkwa onye ihe ọ na-arụ daalụgo last couple from Okuzo. Paul Inwizu, EFCC recovery of over 30 billion naira is good, but can they show Nigerians where and how they use the fund, or are they still holding it, in their bank accounts? Let EFCC boss feed Nigerians with the truth behind the funds. Holly Music from Onitsha. Newute from Paul. Let me remind Ekweremadu the words of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu years back. Serve Nigeria and return in shame. Ejikoma Akwụkwọ Sinaka Valentine Edene from Paul. Insecurity is a product of corruption which might be sponsored by prominent men in country. EFCC says it is difficult to fight corruption in Nigeria. Yes, because even EFCC is corrupted. The reason chairman of EFCC illegally hoarded and confiscated Range Rover car which attracted imprisonment after court verdict, yet he is still swaggering. IG of police was sentenced 3 months imprisonment, yet he is going about enjoying than before. Court set Mazi Nnamdi free to level of discharge and acquitted, yet EFCC still holding, yet DSS still holding him. So my question is, denying someone's right, is it not corruption? Look at the condition of Nigeria today. No one is sleeping with 2 eyes closed, and hunger strike, yet upper and lower house are there without vote of no confidence to Buhari's government. Valentine Ekene. Valentine Ekene. Ọ dị mma, ọkwa n'otu afọ dị n'ụtụtụ, ọ bụrụ na isitere na akọ na SMS biko ihe ga-adị n'akọ na akụkọtara ya efe mfe anyị na netwọk anyị na fụra ọ kara dịka na izuụka na-abịa abịa mgbe anyị na-ebe mmalite n'oge newspaper headlines.
Adam Martin.